Hey everybody, I'm going to delve into my creative process for creating artwork for adult coloring books, and kind of like what my style is and where I get my ideas and how I put it all together. Let me just jump in and show you what I do, okay? So I mean, the size of your document really doesn't matter, it's vector, so as long as you can draw it, put it down, whatever scale you want to do, you can blow it up. You can make it the size of the moon. It could be amazing like that. So what I do is I go into the my base is like the square 2100 pixels. That works great. That works fantastic. So my first document here is going to be a pixel based document. So what up here, I'm not going to give you a how to use Fresco. It's really easy. I'm just going to I might mention what brushes I'm using and scale. You're going to see that happen here. But so I always start with my pixel brush. 6 is fine on that. Black is fine. So when I start sketching, I really don't like to think about it a lot. I like to make shapes at first, so it's a lot of it's like I'm not even looking at the page. Why would I want to look at what I'm doing? But if I'm just like scribbling, trying to just get stuff on the it's more important that you get lines down than anything else, and shapes and squiggles. So already I'm seeing like this big shape, like this almost like a saddle shape. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I'm a firm believer in Bob Ross's Happy Mistakes. That's basically all of my artwork. I think this is cool, and I think what would be really cool is to have like some kind of crazy continuation happening right there that interconnects. So maybe that's a line. This is how I do my knots too. Just go in with an eraser and just erase, just like that. I like where it's coming out there. That's fine. We're gonna redo that, because we're going to resonate what's happening there. So now it's like starting to look like symbolism. Oh no, what's happening? And notice I said the word symbolism and not symbology. I think it's important that people learn the word symbolism and know that symbology is not a word. It's not a word. And I always like to do something like this, you know, because the Illuminati. No. Symbolism. It's, trust me, I'm as far from Illuminati as you can get. I'm whatever the opposite of that would be. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. I'm the guy's finding the national treasure. I'm not the guy's hiding the national treasure. Okay, because if I had a national treasure, I'd sell it and I'd buy a nice house. Okay. There's the sacred geometry that I just threw down there without even thinking. Maybe there's little things happening there. Happy little trees growing down inside there. This is full of happy trees. It's a happy tree protector. It's like a shield, happy tree shield. Oh, and by the way, we want to center it to where we're at it, just to like make sure we have space to do everything. And my usual scale, I do everything in 4. I'll do details in 2, and I do outline, bigger, thicker outlines in 8. So that's how we're gonna roll with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and scale up. I'm not gonna start with the hard part. I'll do that last. I prefer doing that last. All right. So also on this brush we have smoothing all the way up. Sometimes I turn that off if I have to fill in things or if stuff needs to be a little bit more rickety. So when I actually draw a line, it's going to be real smooth, you know? It's going to be very, very smooth. All right, let me make sure my touch is off so I don't start moving things. And we will be off to the races. That I'm gonna show you a few lines here, and then what I'll do is I'll speed it up and do kind of a time, like an art speed video, right, Zane? A Spart video, is that what they call it?
Like speed Spart video.
Like a Spart video.
Spart video.
Yeah.
Like speed Spart video.
Okay. So some of these lines are you just have to be real. Just be confident and try not to mess them up. Oh, don't mess up. Don't mess up. There we are. Yeah. I mean, that could be a little bit better, but I think it'll work. I think it's gonna look great. Like, it takes time, you know what I mean? This one works, and I think I'm going to keep it. And then what I can do to make it look good is I can go in the next layer down and just erase up to that point, and it just makes it look super clean. The only one that doesn't really connect as well is that middle one, so I'm going to actually zoom in a little bit on that one. If it lets me. Come on. Recognize the electricity in my fingers, please. Alright, so this one. Try to start in the middle. Move it down. That takes practice, by the way. Okay, now I can add this other that is right here. And this other one I'm going to actually put on this top layer. I'll show you why in a second here. I might use that, I might not use that. Which is okay, because all I have to do is erase it to that point. Now it's behind. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just continue and go over the whole piece, and then I will get back to you. Hey, so this concludes drawing 6 of 40. Let me know what you think. As you can see, I use a lot of different line widths to kind of get a three-dimensional look or get my details down. You know what I mean? It's just like I like to bounce between various line widths just to add emphasis. And I think it works out good. Yeah, so that's how I have been doing my vector art for adult coloring books. This is drawing number 6 of 40. So I actually have time lapses of every one of these drawings I do because this beautiful little program, Adobe Fresco, actually records all of your movements and will make a little speed video for you. It's really nice. Yeah, so what I do is I go to over here to share, and I hit publish and export. And first thing I do is I output my time lapse. It takes a few seconds here, maybe more than a few, maybe like a minute, but it takes a little bit, just a touch of time. If I sound like I'm more energized than I was earlier, it's because it's nighttime and I'm kind of a night owl, so I become more alert, more awake. I'm more like a nocturnal creature than anything. But we're at 50, 60, 70, 70, 80, do I hear 80, 90, 90, 100. There we go. So yeah, and this is what's amazing. I mean, you can't, like, the only downside is you can't pick your resolution. At least I don't think you can. But look at that. It's really awesome. So it's starting it from the very beginning and going all the way through, and I think it times it down to like a minute. Full time it took me to do this was probably just shy of 3 hours. So yep, it was very off and on. I rarely sit through it the whole time. I'm usually back and forth, and then so right after I export my speed video, I go done, and then I'll go back to the publish and export, and then I can export as, and I'll usually do a PNG for just my own reference files. I have like a document in Google Docs where I have my book listed, and then I have little thumbnails I've made of each of these images from PNGs just to see what the layout's going to look like, just temporarily, and then I'll go back and actually build a book, and I can do a video about actually putting the book together. That's no problem either. But for the book, for these vectors, you actually export a PDF, and then, as you can see, I have a naming convention that I've come up with and it really does help. So CB is like coloring book. 5, this is going to be CB 6 lines, so it's kind of like page 6. It's actually artwork 6 because it's really page 12 or something like that. So maybe 13. Actually, I think it's page 13. So, and you just save it as a PDF, and then you can of course bring that into Illustrator. You can export it any way you want. I've done I've done pixel stuff for children's books, and haven't done a lot of vector yet. So that's going to be my whole. I love that I can actually blow it up, and then I can rasterize it into pixel and actually have it at whatever resolution I want, whatever scale I want. You know what I mean? It's going to be great. I'm not going to lose any quality. It's going to be as sharp as possible, and that is what you want for a coloring book. I mean, you want that sharpness. So yeah, just get it exported. Those are my 3 little files I put out for export. And once I get all these drawings finished, which is going to take me the better part of a month, I will put them together in a book. And if I don't do any more videos like this, I will definitely do a video of putting them in a book, putting them on Amazon KDP. I'll talk about formatting. That's a huge question for people: how to format, how to do bleed. Do you want to do bleed? I don't think bleed's going to be an issue with these because they're kind of free-floating forms within a page, so I think it's going to work that well. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope it made some kind of sense to you. Sometimes it makes sense to me. Most of the time it doesn't. I just like flying by the seat of my pants with this stuff. The big thing with drawing like this is you really got to just trust your instincts and go with it, and don't pre-think anything. I mean, the idea is you're mining for shapes. You're you're scribbling and you're mining for shapes. You're trying to find those shapes and see how that shape goes with this shape. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's like you're developing a puzzle, an art puzzle. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you want me to do another video, let me know down in the comments, and have a good day.